Cheers.
Hello. Oh, I'm not British. Sorry.
No one thought that, Stella.
Okay. Hello, my name is Stella. I like to write poetry, so I think that makes me a poet. Alright, so the first poem I want to read is about... Well, I never forget the first time I saw a swarm of ants because it scared the hell out of me, so...
How old were you?
I think I was 3 or 4.
Okay, that's fair. If you were like 20, I'd be like,
No, yeah, that'd be weird. It still kind of creeps me out, though. So, this poem is called The Ants Teach Me Scale. I tried to memorize these, but I'm still so angry.
yeah.
My brain won't
Those
work.
fucking ants.
Oh, no, not the ants, but okay. We won't mention his name. Yeah, we won't mention
the
his
name
name.
that we will talk about.
Okay, the ants teach me scale. A little girl lost in looking down at a civilization. Their God has a face she'll never comprehend. Still she watches, shy, they must feel her shadow. Single file waves pulse the crowd, tight as a jewel and fluid like the ocean, one might say, but no amount of metaphor can contain a purpose like this. A rebel ant cuts through, in love with that phantom scent only he knows. That's one. It is really cold. I thought I was nervous. It's cold.
I have hypothermia.
This next one is called Uproot, and I realize now that I'm looking over my poems that I just like to write about ants and trees, and I just guess
That's fair.
my first love was a tree. Okay, this one's called Uproot, and it's about a tree that was very important to me. I was also like 5. I used to think that trees live forever, keeping tabs on things like ants and clouds. There was one that arched towards the sky, burdened with limbs, holding up all that blue as if waiting for it to come crashing down. And still I thought that tree would have remained. And it did refuse to move for years, even when the bark began to peel and drop, the decay eating away at the trunk, a gaping mouth threatening. They needed to cut it down, remove it with their metal tools shining, rip out each branch from the sky, hack its thick body to slivers, leaving the stump bloodied brown with a sick sap. And they thought they could pluck it straight from the earth, but they had to wrench out each and every root, prying open these clutched fingers, a dead man, clutching air. They labored with their tools, breathless, asking why. Why do you cling? Why do you not fight the dirt that nourished you and then killed you slowly? This one is called The Sun Speaks for Herself, and I was very angry when I wrote this. The sun speaks for herself. What can I say? I was born from a short-lived passion. They thank me for giving that gift of life when simply I live in excess, watching them bend to my crumbs scattered. As for the moon, well, I can never get too close to her. Night after night, she draws the light from me only to spit it out in disgust. Still, I turn. Calm was my center, but now my hot fingers pull and reach, but none will enter. I'm going to read one more poem, and it's dedicated to Mark Gruchevsky. Mark Gruchevsky passed away in June 2007, and he would have been turning 28 with me this year. And we were very good friends, but for a very brief time. And I'll never forget one day we were walking around Stillwell, and he told me randomly that he just decided what year he wanted to die. This is called A Late Letter. I'll be ready to die when I turn 50, you had said, as if telling me the time of day or the weather. It was cold that morning all those years ago. And you had just shown me a leather-bound notebook no bigger than my hand. Within its pages, crooked cut, a short poem nestled beneath your sketch of the setting sun. Today was not the first time I saw an older version of you. He was sitting across from me on the train, reading a book, tapping a dirty shoe, brushing away his graying hair, the movements the living take for granted. I like to think that you rise to the sky each morning like the sun, peeking through the clouds with a sleepless eye. I don't think about your bones. Your blood-red cheeks and the bitter wind that day are all I want to remember. You with the camera clutched close and the sunset in your palm, ready to live.